Sun God Luffy is over. It's so last week. All the rage now is Lightning God Luffy. Holy fuck, chapter 146.
Hey, nigga better turn me. Nigga better turn me. Yeah, nigga better turn me. Yeah.
Hey everybody, Gold Boy here. I just love One Piece. I hate that it's on break, but Oda really deserves it. This has been a wild 3 weeks of content for One Piece. And let's just start right with the cover page here. This week we see two mysterious figures pulling up at Chocolate Town. And when I was reading spoilers, I was trying to figure out who this is. Figure on the left looks like a woman. Figure on the right looks like it might be a man. But I don't know. There could be anybody. I know I was talking with Evil. He really likes the idea of this being Blackbeard, and I believe he thinks Davon on the left then. But I've also seen Rob Lucci and Stussy as well. Oh man, I'm not really sure which it's gonna be, but I do know that this symbol with that little exclamation mark looking thing might be a key to figuring out what it is. If any of you have ever seen that symbol in One Piece, please comment below, because I think that will reveal to us who these people really are. But moving on to the story in general, we start off on the rooftop. Luffy's bouncing around, and he said, "What do I call that last move? Gomu Gomu no something?" And immediately what comes to mind is when Kaido throws Luffy off the side of Onigashima after he defeated him. And he said, "What did you call that? Gomu Gomu no something?" And I remember everybody thought this was foreshadowing for, oh, Luffy tried doing Gear 5. He tried calling it Gomu Gomu no Gear 5. Something like that. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's going to just end up calling it Gomu Gomu no something. That's the second time that exact move has been name dropped in the story. So that's really interesting. We get more from Zunisha, as Zunisha says, "Let's put our faith in this boy, this Joy Boy." That makes sense. We've known that Luffy's Joy Boy. We've been knowing that. But yeah, another week with this fighting chapter versus Kaido, and I'm kind of conflicted because I like lore chapters way more than fighting chapters. These past 3 weeks, Oda's been in his bag so hard that I don't even care. I just want to watch these Luffy Tunes battles every week, and I'm just so happy to see it. Like, Luffy ran at him, and Kaido sent that devastating gust at Luffy, and he just kind of pulled his legs up to dodge it. That was friggin' awesome. I loved it. A lot of this chapter focused on the fire on Onigashima, which was fine. I mean, I didn't really care about Raizo that much. I kind of feel like this is one of those deals where Oda's just like, let's make Raizo a little bit more relevant because his fight was sort of mid. I'm a known Raizo hater. I'll shit on Raizo all day long. I'll sleep on Jinbei too. But no, they did come in clutch here, putting away all that fire. So that's helpful. Now, the next thing of note is Yamato and Momonosuke. She says, "Yo, Momo, this is always our only option. It's up to you. You need to make Cloud strong enough to hold Onigashima." Momonosuke is having serious doubts here. And I'm not even, I'm starting to doubt him too myself. Because if he hasn't figured it out yet, then what are the chances he's going to figure it out right now? It makes me wonder if his fruit really was a failure, if there are limitations to this devil fruit. And it also makes me wonder why the world government chose to clone Kaido's fruit in the first place. I mean, obviously it's a strong fruit, but I wonder if his fruit's even more strong than we're led to believe. And that maybe Momo's fruit's just a failure because he's unable to have that extreme god level power that Kaido has. It's God versus God on the rooftop right now, and Momo's just not fitting in. I don't think that this is their only option. I think Oda might be trying to get us to focus a little too hard on Momo making these clouds. There are plenty of other options. They could just drop Onigashima, and assuming Luffy's, as all-powerful as I think he is, he's been turning things rubber. In the last chapter, he turned Kaido rubber. In this chapter, he turned Kaido rubber. I don't see why Luffy couldn't just turn Onigashima rubber and just make it kind of bounce as soon as it lands. That could totally happen. There's not only one option, and that's what I've found in One Piece. It's usually a pretty straightforward option, but it's the option that nobody really thinks about. But now, the final panel, Luffy grabbing a lightning bolt. I was getting a couple pings earlier in the week saying, yo bro, check out the spoilers, you were right, just because it just makes sense to me. You know, I said it before, but Luffy controlling lightning, I think, is going to happen, and it did. This dude jumped into the air and grabbed a lightning bolt. He said, Kaido, Thunder Bagua, try Lightning Bagua. Get fucked. Perhaps as a god, Luffy would be able to control all elements, like lightning. Maybe he's the one that actually saved himself from his execution when that lightning struck.
She wanted me cut it. That bitch is a baby. I'm a funny house. I'm 730. I bring the pet like Kid Cudi. I smoke dope like Kid Cudi.
And if you haven't noticed, you have to check out the color panels at the end of TCB because Greesh was in her bag. This looks fantastic. In fact, it looks so great that I think I'm going to use it on my thumbnail. Yeah, I mean, I guess by the time you're watching this, you'll have already seen the thumbnail. But yeah, overall, I like this chapter. It was pretty good. I think it focused a little too much on the fire, but the fire is a big deal. You know, the fire is something that needed to be taken care of. Now, as far as moving forward with the lightning attacks, I don't know if this is going to be something Luffy continuously does. Luffy's kind of just busting out a lot of different types of moves right now, and I don't know if he's going to be fully utilizing them down the road. You know, Apu actually said it best in this chapter when he was talking to that giant, the number Inibi. So he said, what's the point of having a big body if you're not gonna use it? And the first thing I thought of was Luffy, because Luffy did that giant form last time, and then guess what? Kaido bit him immediately. He didn't even use the giant form. So we know that Luffy can turn giant. We know that Luffy can grab lightning bolts, but I just want to see what Luffy's going to choose to do with it. Maybe Kaido's going to come out next chapter and he's going to look just like black and ashy and sooty, kind of like Luffy did when he was hit with the Boro breath. He's going to have these cartoon characteristics. I don't know, but I'm pretty hyped to see something like this. It's a shame it's a break week, but that just means we have more stuff to be excited about. So, pretty quick chapter, but I just really needed to, you know, throw my reaction out there because, man, One Piece is so peak. I love it. One peak. But if you love One Piece too, then I'm sure you'll love this video. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. But check out this video, like I said, on the screen, and I'll catch you next time. Stay golden.